Tesla is on an absolute tear. In the last 13 days, it's up, or it was up at one point like 70%. This is absolutely ridiculous. For warning though, this is not financial advice. I'm just a guy talking about the stock. I'm just a dude. So don't take this as financial advice. However, take it as someone's opinion, and then maybe it'll make you rethink some other things or whatever. But basically, Tesla's in a bubble. This is a 100% bubble. That does not mean you can't make money in it. A lot of people are making so much money. I wish I was in it. I'm not gonna deny that. But for me, I'm not getting in because it's not worth the risk. If I saw this opportunity sooner, maybe. But right now at these price levels, this is very risky for me. So today, the market hasn't closed yet. It's about, was it 220. Tesla had a monster day, almost went up to 1800, got slapped down, and then it actually went to retest a standard deviation zone, which is interesting. And then it bounced back up. Looking at it from a technical point of view really quick, we have up move, decent volume, a big sell off, but a big up move regardless from the previous day, up move, a consolidation period. So there was about a 30-40% up move, and then 3 days of consolidation, massive up move. Maybe some people had a short squeezed or something. Anyway, then it shot up again today, out of a weekend, went up to 1800, and then it got immediately rejected. Not immediately rejected, we can see exactly what happened, but yeah, basically immediately, maybe like 40 minutes of that, got rejected, no bounce. People are locking in profits, it makes sense. All these people that are down here, they might still have their shares, they're up maybe 100-something%. Like, why would you not get out and lock in some profits? At this zone right now, it is such a speculative area. Again, that doesn't mean you can't make money, that just means the risk is almost not worth the reward, at least for me. I need to see this retest some of these lows. The biggest thing we have coming up is on the 22nd is earnings. This will decide probably Tesla's fate about where the price should be, at least for a few days. So in my theory, this is our time limit. This is the day where people are going to be, maybe a day or two before, I gotta lock in profit at XYZ price. Now we have the 8 days, 9 trading days before that, something like that. But depending on what happens today with the price action will actually determine for me what happens this week. If we see this, if it closes on this monster candle, if it even gets red and falls below this prior day high or the standard deviation zone, I think Tesla might have a hard week, and the price is going to get sold off sooner than it probably should. If we bounce back and this closes higher or something, I think this again might have a great week coming up. Next week, as we get maybe 4 or 3 days before earnings, people are going to get worried. They might lock in profit. They're going to want to realize their gains. This just makes sense. I highly doubt people are going to want to, buy a position as like 1 day out of earnings at a price this high away from the previous earnings price, or the previous earnings up 120. Ridiculous price levels over here. People might be betting some option stuff and betting this price 3,000 or 1,000. I don't know what's going to happen. No one does, obviously, but I think the probability this sees a decrease in price to retest prior price level zones, such as maybe 1,200 or 1,250, then it goes up to like 2,000. I think we gotta see some retesting of price levels to see if it actually is worth it or something. Things just don't go straight up. Now I get it, there's some good news on Tesla, there's XYZ, blah blah blah, but at the end of the day, this is not an investment if you're buying in these high areas. And it's like, why? It's because the risk is so high, it's not worth the reward, or in my opinion, it's not. If people are investing down here, this seems like a good price, or it seemed like a good price back then. Now at these price levels, if you're like, oh, it's just FOMO, this is not a wise investment opportunity up here. I don't think anyone is actually investing up here. I think that's just dumb. If you are, you're not informed about. Maybe you are. I'm not trying to make fun of you. I'm just saying that the risk is so high for the potential reward. Again, if it's your money, you can do whatever you want, but if it's my money, it's not going here. There's so many other good investment opportunities right now that you can buy, and Tesla for me is not one of them. You can take a look at like NKLA and NIO and stuff, because they're fast moving, the whole world is watching them, and they can make some money and manage the risk. Tesla's just a little bit too expensive for me to float a couple shares around. But like NKLA and Tesla, to the downside. You don't really know. It's just in hindsight. NIO actually kind of looks like it might want to roll over a little bit, right? Got these heavy momentum pushes up. Big candle. Then we have a push above on a lighter volume. That usually doesn't happen. And then a break above and slap down. Still attempt to go up to $16 and slap down to this like hammerhead shooting star thing or whatever you want to call it. Doesn't matter. This should probably retest even like this level. Maybe $8, $9. Probably the $10 psychological level would make even more sense. But I mean, I'm just spitting things that might happen. I don't know if it actually will, but a 25% decrease in NIO to retest some levels I think is very likely. If you're swing trading these, it kind of just seems like a hot potato, and whoever holds the potato the longest just dies or something, you know? I don't know, if you manage your risk, if you know what you're doing, you're buying options or something too. I have no idea that realm of the world, but there's a lot of ways to play this to make a lot of money. But I think if you want to invest, if you want to do a long swing, I think there's better opportunities out there. This is very scary and risky, but then the risk might be worth the reward, you know? Back down here, this seemed a little risky, right? You could have like doubled your money in a couple days, but that's looking back on it. So, all I know is these are getting dangerously overpriced, and people are going to be wanting to lock in profit soon. The thing is, Tesla has earnings on the 22nd, whatever we said. NIO has earnings in September. They're so far away, but if Tesla earnings get hit, NIO will fall too. Probably even harder than Tesla. Same thing with NKLA. But if Tesla does good, they're gonna move with Tesla. So this could just zoom on up if Tesla has good earnings, because it just makes sense. Because it just means electric cars are doing really good or something. I don't know. That's just how I would think about it. Either way, gotta wait to see what happens with Tesla. And I'm not making, any plays before that because it's just spooky, right? I don't want to be a part of that, but let me know what you guys think. Did you guys make a butt ton of money in this? I actually made some money. I mean, I didn't make as much as other people probably did, but I made a little money, trading in and out of these positions. Let me know what you guys think, or what you guys thought of Tesla. What is a good price that you think Tesla would be at, or what's a good evaluation market cap wise for Tesla to be valued at?